are getting closer to the end of today's lesson.
But before we finish, let's do one more practice.
Listen first. Stop. Before we say anything else, I want to ask you one question.
Just one question. And I want you to answer it honestly.
How long have you been studying English?
1 year? 2 years? Maybe 5 years? Maybe even longer?
And here is the second question. Do you feel fluent?
If your answer is no, you are not alone. And more importantly, it is not your fault.
Because the way most people learn English is broken. It does not lead to fluency. It leads to knowing English, but not being able to use it.
And today, in this episode, we are going to change that.
We are going to tell you exactly what fluency is, why most people never reach it, and what you can start doing today, right now, to finally get there.
This is not theory. This is not a textbook. This is a real conversation about real fluency.
And it starts right now. Welcome to the English podcast for English Conversation. I'm Speaker 1.
And I'm Speaker 2. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are so glad you chose to spend the next 40 minutes with us.
This episode is for anyone who wants to speak English fluently, naturally, confidently, without thinking twice.
Whether you are a beginner or intermediate learner, this episode has something powerful for you.
Before we go any further, if this podcast helps you, please subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with one friend who is learning English. That one share can change someone's life. We mean that. Okay, let's get into it.
Let's start with the most important question. What does fluency actually mean?
Because most people have the wrong idea about this, and that wrong idea is one of the biggest reasons they never feel fluent.
What is the wrong idea?
The wrong idea is this. Fluency means speaking English perfectly. No mistakes, perfect grammar, perfect accent, like a native speaker.
And because of that idea, people wait. They think, I will speak when my English is perfect. And they wait and wait and wait.
And perfect never comes, because perfect English doesn't exist. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes. Even native speakers say and ah and forget words.
So what is the real definition of fluency?
Fluency means you can communicate your ideas clearly and naturally without stopping to think for a long time.
That's it. You can express yourself. People understand you. You understand them. The conversation flows.
It doesn't mean zero mistakes. It doesn't mean a perfect American or British accent. It means communication. Smooth, natural communication.
So say this with me right now. Repeat it out loud. Fluency is not perfection. Fluency is communication.
One more time. Really say it.
Fluency is not perfection. Fluency is communication.
Good job! That one idea, if you truly believe it, will free you. It will help you stop waiting and start speaking.
Now, here is something very important. Fluency is not a destination. It is not a place you arrive at one day and say, I'm done, I'm fluent, I can stop now. Fluency is a journey. It is a level of comfort that grows over time. The more you use English, the more fluent you become. Think of it like swimming. When you first learn to swim, you struggle. You think about every movement. You go slow. But after months of practice, you stop thinking about the movements. Your body just knows what to do. You just swim. Fluent English is the same. You stop thinking about grammar rules in the middle of a sentence. You just talk. And we are going to show you exactly how to get there.
Okay, here is a truth that might surprise some people, maybe even upset some people. What is it? Studying English grammar? Doing exercises in a textbook? Memorizing vocabulary lists? Alone, by itself? Will never make you fluent.
Never?
Never. And I want to explain why, because this is critical.
Let's hear it.
When you study grammar rules, you build what researchers call explicit knowledge. You know the rule. You can describe the rule. For example, the present perfect is formed with have plus the past participle.
You know the rule, but can you use it in a fast, natural conversation?
Usually, no, because using it in a real conversation requires something different. It requires what researchers call implicit knowledge, automatic knowledge that is so deep in your brain that it comes out without thinking.
Like riding a bike. You don't think about balancing, you just do it.
Exactly. And how do you build implicit knowledge? Not by studying rules, by experiencing the language, by using it, by hearing it thousands of times, by saying it thousands of times.
So what does this mean for English learners?
It means if you spend all your time studying and almost no time speaking or listening, your English will stay trapped in your head. You will know a lot, but you won't be able to use it. That is the I understand, but I can't speak problem, right? Exactly. And so many learners are stuck there. So what is the solution? The solution is this. You need two things, input and output, massive amounts of both, consistently, every single day.
Input means listening and reading, absorbing English from the world around you.
Output means speaking and writing, producing English yourself.
And the balance matters. Many learners get some input, but almost no output, no speaking practice at all.
And that is why they don't become fluent, because input alone is not enough. You have to use the language.
Use it or lose it. That's a very common English expression. Use it or lose it.
If you don't use a skill, you don't keep it. You have to practice.
So remember, input plus output plus consistency equals fluency.
Let's see that together.
Input, output, consistency, fluency.
Pause. 4 seconds. Listeners repeat.
That is the fluency formula.
Keep that in your mind for the rest of this episode.
Okay, this section is the one most people skip, and it is the reason most people don't become fluent.
Speaking.
Speaking, regular daily speaking practice. This is non-negotiable if you want fluency.
But here's what I hear from so many learners. I don't have anyone to speak English with. I live in a country where nobody speaks English. I'm too embarrassed to speak.
All of those are real challenges, and we are going to address every single one.
Let's start with the most common one. I don't have anyone to speak English with.
First, this is no longer true in 2024. The internet has completely changed this. There are apps and websites where you can find a language partner anywhere in the world for free. Apps like Tandem, HelloTalk, Speaky. You can find a real person who wants to learn your language, and you help them, and they help you with English. It is free, it is real conversation, and it is incredibly effective. Second, you can speak to yourself. We talked about this before. Self-talk is real practice. Narrate your day in English, think in English, ask yourself questions, and answer them. And third, you can talk to AI. Many people now practice English conversation with AI tools. It doesn't judge you, it is available 24 hours a day, and you can practice any topic you want. So I don't have anyone to speak with is no longer a valid excuse. Sorry, but it's true. It's true. The opportunities are everywhere. You just have to take them. Now the second challenge. I'm too embarrassed to speak. This is the most common one and the most painful one because this feeling can completely paralyze you. Here is what I want you to understand. The embarrassment comes from caring too much about what other people think. But here is the reality. When you speak English and you make a mistake, do you know what the other person is thinking?
What? They are thinking, wow, this person speaks 2 languages. That's impressive. Most people are not judging your grammar mistakes. They are impressed that you are even trying. And the people who might laugh at your English, those people don't matter. Seriously, they are not worth your attention or your worry. The only thing that matters is your progress. And progress requires practice. And practice requires speaking, even when it's uncomfortable. Here is a phrase I love. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Growth always happens outside your comfort zone. Always. So every time you feel that nervous feeling before speaking English, good. That nervousness means you are growing. Think of it as excitement, not fear. Your heart is beating fast because something important is happening. You are challenging yourself, and that is amazing. Now let's talk about how to structure your speaking practice, because it's not just about how much you speak, it's also about what you practice. I recommend 3 types of speaking practice. The first is free speaking. Just talk about anything.
Don't plan, don't prepare, just open your mouth and let the words come out. This builds fluency because it forces your brain to work in real time. The second is structured speaking. Pick a topic, prepare 5 sentences about it, say them out loud, record yourself. Listen back. Notice what sounded natural and what didn't. This builds both fluency and accuracy. And the third, and this is very powerful, is repeat and shadow. Take a piece of English audio, a clip from this podcast, a short video, a speech, and repeat exactly what you hear. Copy the pronunciation, copy the rhythm, copy the emotion. This is shadowing, and it is one of the fastest ways to improve your speaking naturalness. All 3 types together, free speaking, structured speaking, and shadowing, that is a complete speaking practice. Even 15 minutes a day of this will make a huge difference over weeks and months. I promise you.
Okay, section 5. This is where things get really practical, really useful, because we are going to teach you the exact phrases that make you sound natural in English conversation.
Not textbook English, not formal English, real everyday conversational English.
The kind of English you hear in cafes and offices, on the street, between friends.
Let's start with opening a conversation. How do you naturally start talking to someone in English?
The most natural opener beyond hello is, how's it going?
How's it going means how are you, but it's much more casual, much more natural.
And the typical responses are pretty good, thanks, or not bad, you, or can't complain, or even busy but good.
Notice none of those answers are I am fine, thank you, and you, which is what textbooks teach. Real English is much more relaxed.
Let's practice. I'll ask, you answer out loud.
How's it going? Great. Now let's talk about how to keep a conversation going. The most important skill in conversation is not vocabulary. It is asking good follow-up questions. A follow-up question is a question you ask after someone says something. It shows you are listening. It keeps the conversation alive. For example, someone says, I just got back from a trip to Italy. And instead of saying, oh, nice, and then silence, you ask, oh, wow, where in Italy did you go? Or how long were you there? Or what was the food like?
Each of those questions opens a new part of the conversation, and you barely have to say anything. The other person talks, you listen, you ask another question.
This is conversation gold. You don't need to speak perfectly, you just need to ask good questions and listen well.
Pause. Now let's learn some very common English phrases for different conversation situations.
For agreeing with someone, you can say, absolutely, or totally, exactly, or I couldn't agree more, or simply, right. For disagreeing politely, I see your point, but... Or, that's interesting, I actually think, or I'm not so sure about that, I think. These phrases let you disagree without being rude. Very important in professional and social situations.
For asking for clarification when you don't understand.
Sorry, could you say that again? Or, I didn't quite catch that. Or, what do you mean by that exactly? Or, could you explain that a little more?
I didn't quite catch that. I love this phrase. It means I didn't fully understand, and it sounds very natural.
For buying time when you need to think. That's a great point. Let me think about that for a second. Or, that's an interesting question. Or, where do I even start with that one? All of these phrases give you time to think, and they sound like something a native speaker would say.
Let's do a full practice conversation right now. Listen carefully, then we will repeat it, and you join in. Ready? How's it going?
Pretty good, thanks. Actually, I just started a new English podcast.
Oh, wow, really? What's it about?
It's about English conversation, how to become fluent.
That's interesting. I've been trying to improve my English too. How do you find the time?
Honestly, I just listen while I commute. It's only 30 minutes, but it really adds up.
That makes sense. I might try that. Do you have any other tips?
That's a great question. I think speaking every day, even to yourself, makes a huge difference.
Totally. I need to do that more.
Did you hear how natural that was? Short sentences, simple vocabulary, filler words, honestly, follow-up questions, agreement, totally.
That is a fluent conversation, and every sentence in that conversation you can understand and you can use.
You are already fluent in that kind of English. You just need to believe it and practice it.
You're improving already. I genuinely mean that.
Okay, section 6, and this section is for everyone who feels like, I know grammar, but I don't have enough words. Vocabulary, and specifically how to build vocabulary the right way for fluency.
Now, most people try to build vocabulary by making lists. They open a notebook, they write a word and its translation. They memorize 10 words a day.
And then a week later, they've forgotten most of them.
Why? Because the brain doesn't remember words by themselves. The brain remembers words in context, in stories, in emotions, in situations.
So the most effective way to build vocabulary is to encounter words in real, meaningful contexts multiple times.
Think about how you learned words in your own language as a child. Nobody gave you a list. You heard words in conversations. You saw them in stories. You used them. They became part of you. That is exactly how you should learn English vocabulary. Here are 3 specific techniques that work incredibly well.
Technique 1, the sentence method. Don't write a word in its translation. Write the whole sentence where you heard the word. For example, instead of writing abundant equals a lot, you write the market was abundant with fresh vegetables and color. Now you have the word in context, in a picture, and your brain holds on to it.
Technique 2, learn words in groups, collocations, and phrases. For example, don't just learn the word make. Learn make a decision, make a mistake, make progress, make an effort, make a plan, make a plan.
These are natural word groups. They go together, and when you learn them together, speaking becomes faster and more natural because the words come in packages, not one at a time.
Technique 3, learn the words you actually need.
This sounds obvious, but many learners study words they will never use in real life. Instead, think about your life, your job, your hobbies, your daily conversations. What topics do you actually talk about? Learn vocabulary for those topics first, because those are the conversations you will actually have in English. If you work in technology, learn tech vocabulary. If you love cooking, learn cooking vocabulary. If you travel a lot, learn travel vocabulary. Relevant vocabulary becomes active vocabulary much faster because you use it. And one more tip, and this is simple but powerful. Read out loud. Not in your head, out loud. When you read English text out loud, you practice pronunciation, you practice the rhythm, and you connect the visual word to the spoken sound. Even 5 minutes of reading out loud every day will accelerate your vocabulary and your speaking. Great advice. Now let's talk about the habits that tie all of this together.
Section 7, and this might be the most practical section of the whole episode. Because we can teach you everything, all the strategies, all the techniques, but if you don't make English a daily habit, nothing will change. Fluency is built in daily minutes, not in weekend marathons.
What does that mean?
It means studying English for 8 hours on Saturday is much less effective than studying for 30 minutes every day for a week.
Consistency beats intensity every time. This is proven by research, and it is proven by every fluent English speaker you have ever met. So let's build your ideal daily English habit. We are going to design your day. Morning, when you wake up, before you check your phone or social media, spend 5 minutes thinking in English. Say your plan for the day, out loud, in English. For example, good morning. Today is Wednesday. I have a meeting at 10. I need to send 2 emails. For lunch, I think I'll have soup. Tonight, I want to watch something in English. 5 minutes, out loud, every morning. This warms up your English brain for the day.
During the day, commute time, lunch break, any free moment, listen to English. A podcast, an audiobook, a YouTube video, any English input.
At least 30 minutes of listening spread through your day. In the evening, spend 15 minutes doing active speaking practice. This could be a conversation with a language partner, or self-talk, or shadowing. And before bed, spend 10 minutes reading in English. A news article, a blog, a book, anything interesting.
Let's total that up. 5 plus 30 plus 15 plus 10 equals 60 minutes. 1 hour of English per day.
Can you find 1 hour? If you cut 30 minutes of social media scrolling and use that for English, you already have it.
And that 1 hour per day, done consistently, will transform your English in 6 months. Completely.
Now, consistency is the key word, but consistency is hard. So let's talk about how to make it easier.
Tip 1, attach English to something you already do. We call this habit stacking.
For example, you already make coffee every morning. Now, while you make coffee, you also speak English to yourself for 5 minutes. The coffee triggers the English habit.
You already commute. Now, during your commute, you listen to English. The commute triggers the podcast.
You already scroll before bed. Now, spend the last 10 minutes reading English instead of social media. Bedtime triggers reading in English.
You are not adding new activities to your life. You are changing what you do during activities you already have.
Tip 2, make it enjoyable. Do not force yourself to study topics that bore you. If you are bored, you will quit. Find English content you actually enjoy. Shows, podcasts, music, videos in English about things you love.
Enjoyment equals consistency, and consistency equals fluency.
Tip 3, track your progress. Keep a simple journal. Every day, write 1 sentence in English about what you did that day.
After 1 week, read your 7 sentences. You will see progress. That progress will motivate you. After 1 month, read 30 sentences. You will be amazed by how much better your English has become. That visible progress, that evidence of your own growth is the most motivating thing in the world.
And tip 4, and this is important, be patient with yourself. Fluency does not happen in a week or a month. For most people, it takes consistent effort over 6 months to 2 years, depending on where you start. That might sound like a long time, but think about it this way. 2 years from today, that day is coming whether you practice English or not. The question is, where do you want to be on that day? Fluent because you practiced every day, or exactly where you are now because you didn't. The choice is made every morning, every day, in those small decisions to listen, to speak, to read, to practice. And you are already making that choice right now by listening to this podcast. That matters. That counts. You are already doing it.
Let's do one final exercise before the wrap-up. This is a speaking challenge.
I love this. Let's go.
The challenge is called the 1-minute fluency burst. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, listener, you too. Ready?
Here is the challenge. For the next 60 seconds, starting after this short pause, speak in English out loud about anything. Your day, your plans, something you love, something you're thinking about, anything.
Don't stop. Don't edit yourself. Don't worry about mistakes. Just speak for 1 minute. Go! And
Stop. How was that? How did it feel?
maybe it felt hard. Maybe your sentences were short. Maybe you said the same things twice. Maybe you paused a lot.
That's okay. That is what real speaking practice looks like. That is exactly what growth looks like.
Now imagine doing that every day. In 1 month, you will be amazed at how much smoother it feels.
That is fluency being built right in front of you.